Hello everyone, my name is Ina Widya and today I want to be the interpret.
My name is Anjani Malina and today I will be the operator. So let's get started. Can you see my screen, Dina?
Yes.
All right, wait.
Hi curious people, Maudia Yunda here. Welcome again in my book list di mana aku sharing kisi-kisi menarik dari buku-buku yang aku baca.
Hello everyone, my dear Inda is here and welcome to my book list where the place where I share the interesting insight from the books that I read.
Dan dari semua isi buku itu, aku akan sharing 3 insights yang personally menarik banget buat aku.
And from the books that I read, I will be share the 3 insights that I think interesting for me.
Hari ini kita akan membedah buku The Originals by Adam Grant.
And today we will talk about the books, the title The Originals by Adam Grant.
Adam Grant adalah seorang psikolog dan penulis Amerika yang saat ini menjadi profesor di Wharton School of UPenn, and he specializes
Adam Grant is an American psychologist and also writer, and now currently he is a professor at the Wharton School of UP, and he is also specialized
in organizational psychology. So super cool person. Dan di buku ini dia menggunakan banyak riset, kisah nyata, pokoknya contoh-contoh gitu ya menjelaskan kenapa sih successful innovators or originals bisa berhasil ataupun gagal.
Okay, so he is specialized in organization psychology, and he is a super cool person. And in this book, he used many research, true story, and examples that explain how the successful innovators or originals can succeed or fail.
And I learned so much from this book. I learned how to think originally. Aku belajar gimana sih caranya meningkatkan potensi aku sebagai a successful innovator.
And I learned so much from this book. I learned how to think originally, and I learned to increase my potential of a successful innovator.
Insight pertama, procrastination is not a bad thing.
Okay, so the first insight is procrastination is not a bad thing.
Menunda itu belum tentu buruk ternyata. Dan ini tuh sebenarnya lumayan mengagetkan ya, karena kan kita sering banget dikasih tahu kalau menunda itu pokoknya jangan deh, it's such a bad thing. And we have to do things then and there. We have to do things now.
Yeah. Procrastination is not a bad thing, and this is actually a surprisingly because we are often told by people that procrastinating is a bad thing, it's not a good thing, and we have to do things then and there, and we have to do things now.
Ditambah lagi, hampir setiap buku self-help yang aku baca, itu selalu bilang orang-orang sukses itu nggak pernah menunda. Tapi ternyata di buku ini, ada banyak momen-momen jenius yang berasal dari penundaan.
Yeah, and for addition, almost every self-book that I've read always say that successful people never procrastinate. But in this book, there are many moments of genius that comes from procrastination.
So for example, kata-kata I have a dream karya Martin Luther King itu sebenarnya hasil improvisasi.
So, for example, the word "I have a dream" by Martin Luther King are actually is a result from improvisation.
Dan alasan kenapa sih bisa improvisasi? Itu ternyata karena Martin Luther King was not that ready. Baru mulai nulis pidatonya malam sebelumnya.
And why he need to do the improvise? That's because Martin Luther King not ready yet, and he just started read the speech the night before.
Dan karena itu justru Martin Luther King lebih terbuka untuk ide-ide baru. So, menurut Adam Grant, improvisasi itu menunjukkan bahwa penundaan kadang-kadang justru memberikan ruang bagi otak manusia untuk mengembangkan ide-ide lain yang cemerlang.
Okay, and because of Martin Luther King write the speech that before, Martin Luther King is more open to the new ideas. So, according to Adam Grant, the writer, improvisation show that procrastinating sometimes actually give space for brain to develop ideas that more brilliant ideas.
Karena kita justru lebih terbuka gitu dengan ide-ide baru yang bermunculan mungkin lebih secara spontan.
Maybe because we are actually more open to new ideas that come so spontan.
So, implikasinya mungkin kita harus memanfaatkan penundaan sebagai strategi. Pada saat kita nyari ide, di situ kita bertahap ya berjalan sambil membuka otak kita kepada ide-ide baru.
So for the implication, maybe we should use procrastination as the strategy when we are looking for the ideas that we can make our brain open to the new ideas.
Another example adalah Leonardo da Vinci yang ternyata adalah sosok yang lumayan suka menunda. Jadi,
so another example is Leonardo da Vinci, who surprisingly he is a procrastinator.
Di lukisan Mona Lisa itu memerlukan waktu 16 tahun untuk akhirnya selesai. Dan in that time, Da Vinci itu bereksperimen dengan ilusi optik dan teknis melukis lainnya. Dan karena bereksperimen, ia kembali ke Mona Lisa dengan pola pikir dan ide baru yang berbeda. Dan hasilnya
so the Mona Lisa, the great Mona Lisa, took 16 years to finally finish, and in that time, Da Vinci was experimenting with optic illusion and other painting technique. And because of this experiment, he back to Mona Lisa with a different mindset and new ideas.
As you all know. Insight nomor 2 yang gak kalah mengagetkan, quantity of ideas is important. Jumlah ide itu penting. Menurut Adam Grant, semakin banyak ide yang kita produksi, semakin besar kemungkinan untuk meningkatkan kualitas ide kita.
Yeah, and the result is, as we all know. So the insight number 2 is quantity of ideas is important. According to Adam Grant, the more idea we produce, the more likely it is to improve the quality of our ideas.
And that's interesting karena banyak banget orang yang bilang quality over quantity. Tapi menariknya dalam hal ide, kuantitas dan kualitas itu sama pentingnya. Hal ini
And that's interesting because a lot of people say that quality over quantity. But interestingly, in this term of idea, that the quantity and the quality have the same level. They are equal and important.
didukung oleh penelitian dari psikolog yang menemukan bahwa individu-individu nih yang kita anggap kreatif atau inovatif umumnya nggak selalu menghasilkan ide yang lebih baik, tapi mereka menghasilkan lebih banyak ide daripada yang lain.
So this is supported by research from psychologists who found that the individuals who we consider as creative or innovative usually do not always produce better ideas, but they generate more ideas than others.
So interesting, right? Karena mereka punya banyak sekali ide, maka kemungkinannya lebih tinggi untuk mereka mengembangkan ide-ide yang brilian.
So interesting, right? Because they have lots of ideas, their change are higher than to develop the brilliant ideas.
Ada contoh nih dari buku Pablo Picasso. Picasso kan terkenal dengan beberapa karya seni ya, tapi nggak banyak yang tahu kalau portfolionya tuh sebenarnya ribuan.
So this is example from this book. The example is Pablo Picasso. Picasso is known as for his art, but not many people knows that his portfolio is actually there is 1,000.
Patung, lukisan, gambar, puluhan ribu gitu. Jadi banyaknya karya-karya Picasso itu akhirnya melahirkan beberapa ide-ide berkualitas yang mendorongnya ke kesuksesan.
So there are sculptures, painting, drawings, and thousands of them. So this all of so many work of Picasso finally make to some quality ideas to propel him to success.
Berarti nih, sebaiknya kita jangan hanya berfokus pada beberapa ide berkualitas aja. Malah kita harus menghasilkan ide sebanyak mungkin. Menurut Adam Grant, kita harus memberi waktu bagi ide-ide untuk datang juga.
Yeah, this means we shouldn't just focus on few quality ideas. In fact, we should generate as many ideas as possible. According to Adam Grant, we have to give time to our ideas to come as well.
Oleh karena itu, kita jangan mudah menolak ide atau memaksakan ide apapun juga. We have to stay open so that we can produce as many ideas as possible.
Therefore, we should never reject any ideas or impose any ideas. We have to stay open and that we can produce as many ideas as possible.
Insight ketiga, and one of my favorites, mencoba bidang baru itu penting. Ada satu studi besar yang dibahas di bukunya, di mana mereka membandingkan para ilmuwan pemenang Nobel Prize dengan rekan-rekan mereka yang berprestasi juga tapi nggak memenangkan Nobel Prize.
So, the third insight and one of my favorites is trying new fields is important. So there is one big study in this book where they compare the winners of the Nobel Prize with their colleagues who also excellent but doesn't win the Nobel Prize.
Jadi studi ini tuh trying to identify apa aja sih skills atau personality yang membedakan para pemenang Nobel Prize ini. Dan apa aja yang membuat karya mereka itu bisa ke next level. Awalnya,
So the study is trying to identify what are the skills or personalities that distinguish this Nobel Prize winner and makes their work possible to go to the next level.
aku nih langsung berasumsi, ini pasti karena mereka lebih rajin, kerja lebih keras, atau lebih sering menghabiskan waktu di lab gitu kan. Tapi ternyata sebaliknya, and this is so shocking. Mereka menemukan bahwa itu tidak terjadi sama sekali, but actually yang membedakan adalah kecenderungan para ilmuwan untuk mencoba bidang-bidang lain.
So at the first time, I was assumed that it must be because they're more diligent, work harder, or spend more time in laboratory or something like that. But it turned out another way. They found that this wasn't the case at all. But what really made they different, it was the tendency of the scientists is trying another field.
Jadi pemenang hadiah Nobel biasanya terlibat dalam musik, seni, kerajinan, menulis, atau some theatrical arts. And this is super interesting, it's super unexpected. Dan walaupun kita tetap harus careful, correlation doesn't always equal causation. Tapi paling enggak, kita bisa mikir orang yang memiliki minat yang bervariasi mungkin bisa melihat dari sudut yang berbeda. Dan
Okay. So the winner of the Nobel Prize usually involved in music, arts, craft, writing, or some theatrical art. And this is become super interesting and super unexpected. And although we still have to be careful that correlation doesn't always equal with causation. But at least people with varying interests might be able to see it from different angles.
ide-ide atau inovasi-inovasi dari bidang tersebut itu bisa mereka bawa juga ke karya mereka yang sedang mereka jalani sekarang. And now, so what? How do we put the
Okay, and they can also bring the ideas or innovation from that field into what they're working now. And now, so what?
book into action? Menurut aku, insight yang pertama yang soal penundaan itu agak tricky ya. Karena nggak semua hal di dunia ini tuh bisa kita tunda.
Okay, how do we put the book into the action? I think on the first insight regarding to the procrastinating, it's a bit tricky because we can't postpone all the thing in this world.
There are deadlines in life. Tapi mungkin untuk project-project kreatif atau hal-hal yang more idea based, mungkin akan aku beri ruang lebih banyak gitu ya dengan penundaan tadi supaya bisa semakin matang.
Okay, because there is deadline in life, but maybe for the creative project or things that are more ideas based, maybe I will give more space to delay, and so that it can be more more stable or more good.
And finally, I just want to say that I really appreciate this book karena benar-benar membuat aku bertanya tentang asumsi-asumsi aku yang lama. Dan aku paling suka kalau misalnya ada something that challenges the way that I think, because then I know that I'm growing. anyway,
And finally, I just want to say, I really appreciate this book because it really made me questioning my old assumption, and I like when there is something that challenges the way I think because I know I'm on my way.
thanks for listening, curious people. If you want me to read a book and share with you my favorite insights, kasih book recommendations di komen di bawah. I definitely read them. Dan jangan lupa untuk subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure that you don't miss any of my videos. Bye!
So anyway, thank you for listening, curious people. And if you want me to read a book and share my favorite insight, please give me a book recommendation on the comment below. I definitely read them. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Bye. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.